So I'm gonna have them assembled. Glue this in. I slide it a little up so I don't have that first wave. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, that looks good. Alright. Okay, so you rather want to go to the top than at the bottom, because if you don't move it too far up, the bag won't stand. So rather have it a little nice, how do you say, stand or gap there. Glue. Push down. Okay, so this is the basic idea, and this goes in. At this point, you could see how long you want your strap to be. Clip it off. Probably maybe about this much up. Don't make it too short, because the longer it is, the better it will hold the bag shut. Okay, so mine is still on the long end, long side. Take a little bit off. But as you can tell, it's just eyeballing. You don't need the length really of it. One more time, the corner here. Don't tell me breaking on me. Oh my god. What would I do without that punch? I really like that one so much. I have it for years, since I started to scrapbook. Alright, do we want to you can always just distress the edges a little bit. I like to use vintage photo and the bending tool, just a little. You want to make sure that the sides match up perfectly. Okay, so here you get the idea how it's gonna stand, and then you just adhere your envelopes in between. There is not really, how am I gonna say this, a wrong or right, you know, which way you're gonna start. It doesn't matter, you can see it later. Anyways, so how do you want? Okay, for this I do want sticky strip. I like the smaller, the, how do you say, narrow? Narrow one. Here you go, peel off. And stick this in. Oops. Alright, so I'm going to lay this down so it lines up with the brown paper here on the sides, and then go push it down. Next one, what we're going to do, alternate it, and then at the same time make sure that they are at about the same height. Okay, so I line them up. I looked at the pattern matches somewhat. Just double checking every single time when you do this. Although you're careful, I mean it's handmade. You can't rely that it's always gonna be at the same height, although you're measuring, comparing here. So okay, double check. How did I do? Alright. Sometimes the envelopes, this envelope is on the right side. It's too wide. This one is perfect. Okay. Wait a second. This way. Still playing. I haven't made these in a long time, so here. Alright, so next step, what we need. Here's actually my idea with the image I'm going to use. Carol asked for this cute hangla. And something like this, kind of like what I did with the other one. I'm not going too different, or maybe just like this, you know, just like you would decorate. Anyways, we're not quite done yet. So I stamped this image for a reason prior, because if you want to add embellishments, you should, or like a ribbon, you should do this now. And I usually always make sure that I tie my ribbon, or if I want a bow, which if you know my blog, I do this quite often. I tie a bow. You want to kind of know where the empty spots are, so your bow doesn't end up on this small part. So here's a good spot, right? So I'm gonna cut this ribbon about here. Again, it would have been better if I'd done this before. You could slide this underneath in here, and look, you know, does it show? Like, if you know everything's in advance, what you want to do and where exactly everything is going to position, don't glue this paper on, and just slide your ribbon in and then glue this on. But I never work like this far ahead. Actually, this is already far ahead. I am not even that. When I make something, I'm just design my stuff as I'm going. Yes, so this is what I like much better. Here you go. And I want to secure this ribbon with, of course it moved, score tape this time. The other one that I used first was a no-name brand, but it works just as well for me. This one is just a little wider. Again, here. This is just so odd, working in the opposite way. Oh no, always make sure you take your tape off the area you work, because it sticks to the design paper and then it rips. Okay, do you want this? No, I want something a little wider. Here comes ribbon. Here. Oh, I like this much better. Oh, I love this ribbon. It's this crunchy ribbon. Silk. Oh, I love that one. It's so nice. Again, I think you could do this all so much faster if, you know, when you watch this video and you see the steps that I'm doing, if you would have glued this underneath this paper faster. But again, I don't work that far ahead, and I probably make this bag and then it will take me a long time until I make another one, maybe for Christmas. By then I need to start over again, get all the measurements. Alright, so this is how it's gonna, you know, look. Bow, flowers, and then I keep this out because I might tie some here, like I did with the other one. Okay, so this is gonna need to be attached because you want this to open like an accordion. So what I noticed in my first bag, and I had to adjust that, since this goes in like this, right, and slides pretty far down, because I like when it's further down because it holds it, the front, easier attached to the back. But therefore you need this to be long, so you need to add glue further at the bottom than at the top, otherwise this won't be able to slide down. You can do this as cut that strap a little shorter. Just, yeah, I have to cut it probably again. Yeah, I'm gonna add it here. Like I said, it's a lot of eyeballing, but you get the idea. Here you go. And if you don't like, I don't know, you can always add something like this, but hey, nobody's gonna see that, the inside, once these envelopes are attached. Okay, it needs to be best as if you stand it out right, and as you can tell, I'm working from the opposite side. Here you go, carefully close it, make sure it's adhered, so this one sticks. Nah, a lot of trying here, you want it to be lined up. Next one is not so important. We'll put a little bit in the center. Put it up in line with the other envelopes. Now see, this is what I meant to tell you. It doesn't matter if which way you glue your envelopes in, because you won't be able to see where the you know, the nice side was or the not so nice. Alright, that looks better. So, okay, and then the very last one, actually I don't think there's a spot where it's better or not. Always, I'm like always sure I have it standing. So, okay, see how this opens now up? It just needs a little. Alright, accordion envelope. Pop up. Let's, here. Ta-da! Gifts fit nicely in. And then this goes like that, and go like this, ready to be decorated. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to fix some of this, those things, and hope this helped. I think I'm gonna add the basic measurements to the blog at the blog posting at the bottom. This way you don't need to look through this whole video again. I don't know how I'm gonna cut this. It got long. Thank you. Bye.